A safari again into the old hunting ground MABABE, northeast of Maun. Camping on the grounds of the newly established MABABE River Lodge. The ablution facilities were of top quality. It is always fun watching baboons, especially the young ones amongst them, like children of humans. They can't sit still, are always up to some mischief, fight with their peers, and encourage their pals to do something naughty. Mutual grooming is part of the social behavior. Ticks and parasites are removed and immediately disposed of by eating them. Strategically distributed throughout the operational area of the troop are guards. They are on the lookout to protect the members of the group from nasty surprises, such as an approaching leopard. Unbelievable! This naughty bugger is coming with a small roll of toilet paper, which he stole in all likelihood from a nearby toilet. Similar to human children, quickly loses interest in the new toy, and off it goes to the next adventure. What about trying something edible? To concentrate on one subject is difficult. He looks constantly around whether there is another opportunity for some mischief. And here we are. Climbing up the tree with his pal is great fun, in particular to the top where the branches are very thin and the heavier adults cannot follow. The lesser striped swallows are resting for a moment. They have to work very hard to catch insects in flight. Whereas the larger swallows catch insects while mostly soaring, these tiny swallows have to flap their wings constantly during the chase. It is early in the day, and part of the morning routine, this squeacoheron does some serious cleaning. An old acquaintance, this juvenile yellow-billed stork still busy with its old trick, standing on one leg and trying to chase with the other leg small fish or frogs into its open beak. There are a number of different starlings in southern Africa. Common to all of them is the glossy sheen on their feathers. Another old acquaintance. The lonely hooded vulture seems to have found at last a girlfriend. two elephant bulls. The one on the rear is down to only one short piece of tusk on the left side. Now he starts pushing his forehead against the backside of the other elephant, probably encourage this one to move into the water. And here we go. The water appears to be only 2 meters deep, enough depth for them to wallow in it. Elephants love to take a full bath. They are able to swim, but rarely has the water sufficient depth to make this necessary. The resident hippo doesn't like these intruders into its backyard and airs loudly its disapproval. Practically speaking, in a fight, the hippo with its 1.5 tons has no chance against these heavyweights of 5 tons. Despite these odds, the hippo moves only slightly out of the way to ensure that these intruders indeed disappear out of his garden. In the afternoon, I make my way again to the MABABE Depression. Without a good grass cover, the scenery looks in part rather desolate. The lack of grass makes it easier to find some bones, however. This one belonged to a sub-adult elephant. It is no surprise due to many elephants in the area. It might have died of a disease. It had already a size which could have been difficult for lions to kill. Some lions are specializing in hunting young elephants. While I'm on my way, I come across 3 old dugger boys. This is the term used for old buffalo bulls which wallow in the mud to fight parasites. They are mainly old bulls which have been pushed out of the herd by younger bulls. They tend to join bachelor groups of similar aged bulls. Without the protection of the herd, they are easy prey for some large lion prides. As they do not continue to participate in the breeding process and also tend to have large horns, they are sought after by trophy hunters. Regularly one comes across groups of zebras and blue wildebeest grazing side by side. There is no competition between them as far as grazing is concerned, and additional eyes and ears are welcome in an area frequently visited by lions and spotted hyenas. This water thick-knee, as well as its relative the spotted thick-knee, is called in Afrikaans dikop, meaning stubborn. This term originates from its behavior to rely on its camouflage colors and only move aside in the last moment to not being overrun by a car or stepped on by pedestrians. Highly capable hunters. The African fish eagle catches in the main large fish. The little egret, like its larger cousin, the great white egret, is successful in catching small fish. The open-billed stork is a master at catching water snails. A family group of elephants on the way to the biosphere of the MABABE Depression. Judging by the quantity of elephant dung on the ground, one can ascertain that here is a major habitat for elephants. They are commuting, so to speak, between the MABABE Depression and the Chobe National Park. The Chobe antelope is used to having these enormous giants around. There is no stress. This wetland is the ideal habitat for this type of antelope. Also, lions do not enjoy hunting on wet and muddy ground. This is a good example of a trophy warthog. One can clearly identify the 4 large warts or skin folds. On the way back to the campsite, I unintentionally block the moving of a large group of buffaloes from the depression back to the Chobe National Park. This forced stop poses a good opportunity to have a closer look at these magnificent beasts. The same applies to the buffalo, which tried to make sense of the strange diesel smell of my vehicle.